Good morning, students. Students, today we'll start Chapter 3 Tools of Financial Analysis, Comparative Statement, Accountancy, Book 3, Class 12th. But before telling you about the comparative statement, I just want to share something with you. Students, in Chapter 1, we have studied about the balance sheet. In the balance sheet, we have seen it has two sides. It has many heads and subheads, and it has equity and liability side as well as the asset side. But as per the circular number academic 43 2013 dated 2nd July 2013 issued by the CBSE, following items will not be given in the CBSE board examination in the chapter of comparative statement, common size statement, ratio analysis and cash flow statement. That means there are certain items in the balance sheet in chapter 1 which will not be evaluated from examination point of view in the chapter comparative statement, common size statement, ratio analysis and cash flow statement. And we all must know what are those items. Like in shareholder fund, we have three subheads. Third subhead, money received against share warrant. This will not be evaluated. There we have four heads. The second head is share application money pending allotment. This will also not to be evaluated. In the non-current liabilities, we have four subhead. Non-current liability and non-current provisions will be evaluated, but deferred tax liability and other long-term liability, for example, premium on redemption of debenture or preference share will not be evaluated. And from the asset side, in the fixed asset, capital work in progress and intangible asset under development will not be evaluated. Deferred tax asset will not be evaluated. Other non-current asset like prepaid expense, advance tax will be evaluated, but unamortized expenses will not be evaluated. In the same manner, in subhead cash and cash equivalents, cash, bank, draft, checks will be evaluated, but the bank deposit with more than 12 months maturity will not be evaluated. Preliminary expenses, unamortized expenses such as issue of share expense, underwriting commission will also not to be evaluated. Goodwill, patent, trademark will be evaluated, but patent, copyright, contingent liability, commitments will not be evaluated. So these are the items you have to remember will not be evaluated. Now, we have studied what are the financial analysis in chapter 2. We have four tools. Financial tools for financial analysis. These are the absolute figures of assets, liabilities, revenue, expense and profit or loss of an enterprise. They do not reveal the earning capacity, liquidity and the financial soundness of the enterprise. They are not readily understandable to their users. So we have to analyze the balance sheet as well as the statement of profit and loss. And for this we have certain tools. And the name of those tools are comparative statements, common size statement, accounting ratio and cash flow statement. Now in this class we will study about the comparative statement or comparative financial statements. So what are the comparative statements or comparative financial statements? It is a comparative study of the balance sheet as well as the income statement. Here we compare the balance sheet and the profit and loss account for 2 or more years. So the first step is the value of each component or element or item of 2 or more financial years is placed alongside each other. Thereafter, their difference is calculated and then the percentage is calculated. This comparison can be in two forms. Inter-firm comparison. Here, the same firm, the datas of the same firm are calculated with 2 or more years. This is called intra-firm comparison. And in inter-firm comparison, firm's financial statement prepared that of the another firm or with the industry data or with the budget, it is known as inter-firm comparison. So in short, in the intra-firm comparison, the datas of the same enterprise is compared with the different years. And here inter-firm comparison, two different firms are compared to each other. And this is also comparative statements are also known as horizontal analysis or time series analysis or trend analysis or the dynamic analysis. Now what is the objective? Number one, data becomes simple and comparable. Number two, it indicates the trend also. What is the trend going on? Either the items are increasing or the decreasing. It also indicates what are the strength and the weaknesses of the enterprise with respect to liquidity, with respect to profitability, and with respect to solvency. Next is comparison with other firms and industry performers. Inter-firm comparison. So here it helps in comparison of an enterprise performance with that of the other enterprise or with that of the industry standards. Next is forecasting and planning. Analyzing changes and trend. When we analyze and change the trend of the financial data of the previous year, it helps the management in forecasting and planning. So, what is comparative balance sheet? Here we study about two things, comparative balance sheet and comparative statement of profit and loss. What is comparative balance sheet? Comparative balance sheet is the analysis of balance sheet which is used for comparative assets, equity and liability for 2 or more years. And according to Folke, comparative balance sheet analysis is the study of trend of the same item, group of items and computed items in 2 or more balance sheet of the same business enterprise on different dates. And what are the advantages of this? Number one, this is more realistic approach. Actually, the balance sheet shows the balance of accounts after closing of book in a certain year. Comparative balance sheet shows not only the balances of account at a different date, but also the extent of their increase or decrease. Next is emphasis on changes. In the balance sheet, the emphasis is on the status. Whereas in the comparative balance sheet, the emphasis is on change. Another is reflects trend. Comparative balance sheet is more useful in comparison to single year's balance sheet because it is enables studying the nature, size and direction of change in the various items of the balance sheet. Next is link between the balance sheet and the statement of profit and loss. It also shows the effect of business operation on its assets, liabilities and equities, and also link between the balance sheet and the statement of profit and loss. And the facilitating planning. Comparative balance sheet helps determining trends of assets, equity, liability, which in turn helps in planning. Next is C. This is the format. So comparative balance sheet, this is the format of comparative balance sheet. Here you can see we have 6 columns. First column is the particular, second is note number, and then we'll make 4 equal columns. In the third column, we'll write the data of the previous year. Then in the next column, we'll write the data of the current year. Then we'll write the absolute change, either the increasing or decreasing. Here, current year, previous year will be deducted from the current year. And then we'll see the trend of percentage, change, increase, decrease, change in percentage. For this, we have 4 column of amount. The third column of amount, which is C, will be divided by the first column of amount, which is A, into 100. So this way we'll make this fourth column. So in the particular column, we'll write the liabilities of the firm and the asset of the firm in a vertical form. And then the data of the previous year will be written first, and then the data of the current year will be written second. Then we'll find out the changes. If current year is more than the previous year, we'll write in the next column. And if current year is less and the previous year is more, we'll write in the next column, but within the bracket. You can see the note also at the end. If current year's value has decreased, show the absolute change and percentage change in brackets to reflect negative item. And then we'll calculate the percentage change. This we can understand with the help of an example. Here is the balance sheet for the year 2019 and 18. 2019 will be written first and 2018 will be later on. Means current year data will be given first and then the later on previous year data will be given. Here we have to make the comparative balance sheet. Particular column as it is will write in the comparative balance sheet. Note number as it is. The data of 31st March 2018 will be written first, and then the data of 31st March 2019 will be written later on. This you can see. See, first see the liability side. In the liability side, you will see particular column as it is. Data of 2018 are written first, data of 2019 are written later on, and then data of 2018 are deducted from the data of 2019. Like 10,000 minus 5,000, 10 lakh minus 5 lakh, sorry, will be 5 lakh. 2 lakh minus 3 lakh, here the item is decreasing, so 1 lakh you will write within the bracket. Then 8 lakh minus 5 lakh, this will be 3 lakh. Then 4 lakh minus 2 lakh, this will be 2 lakh. Then 24 lakh minus 15 lakh will become 9 lakh. So this way we'll find out the absolute change, increase or decrease. Now we'll find out the percentage change. To know the percentage change, this fourth column will be divided with the second column into 100. Fourth column means C divided by the second column, which is A, into 100. Like 5 lakh divided by 5 lakh into 100 will become 100. 1 lakh divided by 3 lakh into 100 will become 33.33. Since it is decreasing, so percentage will also be written in within the bracket. 3 lakh divided by 5 lakh into 100 will become 60. 2 lakh divided by 2 lakh into 100 will become 100. 9 lakh divided by 15 lakh into 100 will become 60. So this way we'll make the liability and the equity side. In the same manner, we'll make asset also below this. You see, we'll write asset, it is the side. As it is, we'll write all the current assets and the non-current assets. First, we'll write the data of 2018 and then the data of 2019. Then you will see 14 lakh minus 8 lakh will become 6 lakh. 3 lakh minus 2 lakh will become 1 lakh. 5 lakh minus 4 lakh will become 1 lakh. 2 lakh minus 1 lakh will become 1 lakh. 24 lakh minus 15 lakh will become 9 lakh. And similarly, we'll take out the percentage also, like 6 lakh divided by 8 lakh into 100. This is 75. 1 lakh divided by 2 lakh into 100 will become 50. 1 lakh divided by 4 lakh into 100 will become 25. 1 lakh divided by 1 lakh into 100 will become 100. 9 lakh divided by 15 lakh into 100 will become 60. Here also you can see brackets. If the item are decreasing, they are the negative item will be denoted within the bracket. In the solution, you will see to calculate column D, this is C divided by A into 100. So this way you will calculate. So now we'll see comparative statement of profit and loss, or what is income statement. So I think students, you all must have understood how to make comparative balance sheet. This is very easy to make. Now we'll see how to make income statement. Income statement meaning of income statement. Comparative statement of profit and loss or comparative income statement is the horizontal analysis of income statement. It shows operating result for more than one accounting period, so that the changes in absolute amounts and percentage from one period to another period are known. This is also known as horizontal analysis, trend analysis, time series analysis, or dynamic analysis. Now the objective is, number one, to analyze what is the total revenue and the expenses for more than 2 years. To analyze either the revenue and the expenses are increasing or decreasing in absolute figures. Then to compare data of more than 1 year, it shows the overall trend of percent or trend of profit. And to analyze and determine what are the reason for change in financial performance. Now, this is the format. This way we'll make comparative statement. It is also like balance sheet. First is the particular column. Second is note number. Then the data of the previous year. Then the absolute figure of the current year. Then previous year will be deducted from the current year. And then we'll see the change in percentage. These 4 columns will be equal. If current year is less than the previous year, item will be written within the bracket, which will show the item having negative effect. Now see the example here. In this question, you will see data of 15 and 16 and 16 and 17 are given. Revenue is there, expense is there, rate of tax is there. Here only one item, revenue, is there. See, first we'll make particular column. Yeah, but only one item we have revenue, but we are not having other income. So first we'll write revenue. Revenue of the previous year, which is 50 lakh, and revenue of the current year, which is 80 lakh. Then we'll write all the expenses. 2 expenses are given, 5 lakh and 10 lakh, 8 lakh and 12 lakh. Then we'll see the total expenses, which are 15 lakh and 20 lakh. Then we'll calculate net profit before tax. So first item will take first and second later on, means second will be deducted from the first, and we'll have net profit before tax. So 50 lakh minus 15 lakh will become 35. 80 lakh minus 20 lakh will become 60 lakh. Then rate of percentage is 40%. This 40% will calculate on 35 lakh, which will be 14 lakh. And the net profit after tax will be 21 lakh. And in the same way, 40% will be calculated on 60 lakh, which will be 24 lakh. And then the net profit after tax will be 36 lakh. So this way you will make first column, second column, third column. Then you will come towards the fourth column. Same, current year minus previous year. 8 minus 5 is 3 lakh. 12 minus 10 is 2 lakh. 20 minus 15 is 5 lakh. 60 minus 35 is 25 lakh. 24 minus 14 is 10 lakh. And 36 minus 21 is 15 lakh. So this way we'll make this column. Now percentage, same way. Third column of amount divided by the first column of amount into 100. So 30 lakh into 50 lakh. Sorry, 30 lakh divided by 50 lakh into 100 is 60. 3 lakh divided by 5 lakh into 100 is 60. 2 lakh divided by 10 lakh into 100 is 20. 5 lakh divided by 15 lakh into 100 is 33.3. 25 lakh divided by 35 into 100 is 71. 10 lakh divided by 14 lakh into 100 is 71.43. 15 lakh divided by 21 lakh into 100 is 71.43. So this way, students, you will make the comparative statement of profit and loss. This is very easy to make. We'll take one more example. Here also, same way, We have revenue from operation and expenses. We have two expenses, cost of material consumed and other expenses. Data of 2000 current year is given first and the previous year is given later on. First we'll write the revenue. Revenue is 300% of cost of material consumed. Cost of material consumed is 12 lakh. Cost of material consumed is 12 lakh in the current year. And 200% of cost of material consumed in the previous year. So first we'll see previous year. Previous year this is 10 lakh. So this will become 20 lakh. Current year this is 12 lakh. 300% will become 36 lakh. Difference is 16 lakh. 16 lakh divided by 20 lakh into 100 will become 80. Then we'll write cost of material consumed. Previous year 10 lakh, current year 12 lakh, difference is 2 lakh. Then 2 lakh divided by 10 lakh into 100 will become 20. According to the question, 20% of cost of material consumed. Other expenses are, in the previous year it was 10%, in the current year this is 20%. 10% will be 1 lakh and 20% will be 2 lakh 40,000. So here we'll write 1 lakh and 2 lakh 40,000. Difference is 1 lakh 40,000. Then 1 lakh 40,000 divided by 1 lakh will become 140%. Total expenses 10 and 1 will be 11 lakh. 12 and 2 will be 14 lakh 40,000. Difference 3 lakh 40,000. Then percentage is 3 lakh 40,000 divided by 11 lakh into 100 is 30.91. Then this 20 lakh minus 11 lakh is 9 lakh profit before tax, and here this is 21 lakh 60,000. The difference of these two will become 12 lakh 60,000 and the percentage 140. Now the tax rate is 50%. 50% will charge on 9 lakh, which will be 4 lakh 50,000, and net profit after tax 4 lakh 50,000. Here also profit before tax is 21 lakh 60,000. 50% is 10 lakh 80,000 and net profit after tax is 10 lakh 80,000. Then again we'll calculate their percentage. So this way, students, you will make comparative statement of profit and loss. I hope you all must be clear how to make comparative balance sheet and how to make comparative statement of profit and loss. So students, revise it thoroughly, read the book, revise the notes, and do question number 6 and 7 from page number 3.32 onwards, and question number 16, 17, 18 and 19. Thank you so much.